Good to go.
Hey everyone, I'm Helen French, Director of Development and Continuing Education at NASW New Jersey. Thanks so much for joining us today. So I'm here with Laurie James Towns, who is the Executive Director for the National Association of Public Defence. Laurie is our opening plenary speaker at our annual conference on Monday, May 1st. Please make sure you register for the conference at naswnj.org because we're fast approaching a sellout. It's from April 30th to May 2nd. So Laurie, let me know, what is the NAPD?
Yes, good morning, afternoon, Helen. Thank you first of all, for having me here to highlight the work that you're doing and the work that we're doing at NAPD. So NAPD is a national organization of about 30,000 plus members from all over the country, including Puerto Rico and Guam. NAPD supports professionals that work in the public defender space. So not just attorneys, but of course, social workers, investigators, paralegals, anyone who touches the public defender system and provides representation and support to people disproportionately impacted by the criminal legal system. We do trainings, we provide a space for community gatherings, and we also support national statements and standards across the country as well, Helen.
Brilliant. You know, and Laurie, of course, has her LCSW, and it's wonderful to see social workers in positions of leadership. So we belong at the table, right, of decision making.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite an honor to lead an organization like NAPD that has a 10-year history of again, supporting public defenders. Yeah.
Nice. So Laurie's session, Justice Reform, a space where social workers are needed now more than ever. What is that about and why is it important?
So, you know, the intersectionality between social work and the criminal legal system is vital. One, social workers are trained from day one of how to see our clients as the whole person and all the systems that impact it. So being able to work with attorneys and other professionals in that space, it allows us to bring a voice to the table that otherwise may not be heard, because that is our intimate training, is to be able to talk about the psychosocial implications of our clients' lives. And so moving into I've been a part of the criminal legal system, Helen, since undergrad, when I used to volunteer in the prisons in Baltimore City with my professors. And I learned early on as a child. I had a father who was impacted by the criminal legal system, thus I was impacted by the criminal legal system, right? And to be able to bring voice to this space, you know, with my social work background has been quite an honor, and to be honest, a blessing.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So what should people expect to hear from your plenary on Monday, May 1st?
Well, I'm going to be talking about recognizing the many spaces where social workers show up in the criminal legal system, and really take a deep dive into the intersection of social justice, racial equity, and justice overall. As you know, Helen, the NASW in 2022, I believe, released a statement about the implications in the long history of social work and race and racist practices, right? Like it was a reckoning, if you would. And so part of the space in which social workers held in the past directly contributes to what we're seeing now of the implications of mass incarceration, right? And directly connected to racial justice, or the lack of racial justice, as I like to say. And so you know, I'm not going to hold any punches. I want to say that first of all. I hope you still have me. But I think that the NASW releasing that statement and making a commitment is the first step But I think now it's the onus is on us as well as individuals to hold that space. And also we're going to discuss the importance of having people who are directly impacted in part of our decision-making process, right? Those who have proximity to the issues are the ones that we need to be dialoguing with the most, right? So when we're seeking grants, when we're seeking funding, when we're developing programs, who's at the table, who's really been directly impacted, right? Social workers, we have a tendency to believe that we have all the answers. Maybe that's why social workers and attorneys get along so well. Um, but, we also need to be able to connect with the communities which are really struggling and hurting right now.
Nice. What are a couple of takeaways that people can expect from your session?
I'm gonna charge people, and that the takeaway will be a charge to what we can do collectively, right, as a community, and individually. What can we do to elevate the knowledge that is necessary around the myths around criminal justice and racial equity, right, and how they are connected. We're going to discuss both the macro and the micro implications of this. We're going to affirm, of course, what we're already doing well, and then we're going to recognize I think sometimes when people talk to me, they're like, I didn't know social workers did that. I didn't in that space. I didn't know that that's what forensic social workers could do. So I'm definitely going to share and talk about the amazing accomplishments of social workers that I've had the privilege of serving beside in NAPD and before I joined the team at NAPD, right? There are social workers across the country who are changing lives. Me, myself, I testified in death penalty cases for 20 years across the country as an expert witness. I want people to know that these type of opportunities exist, and hopefully we could spread the word. We can recruit students to come into to the criminal legal practice and forensic social work. And then hopefully I'll be able to take a couple of questions from the audience to see what's on folks' minds.
Brilliant. Yes, social workers are everywhere. We're change makers. So, it's good when we're in positions of leadership, definitely. So do you want to give out your website or social media for NAPD?
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Helen. Our website is publicdefenders.us. Pretty simple. Publicdefenders.us. You can see from my background that we are also, in addition to celebrating Social Work Month and Women's History Month, we're also celebrating the 60th anniversary of Gideon versus Wainwright, which is the Supreme Court case that said that everyone deserved a right to counsel, no matter whether or not they could afford one or not, which really was the birthplace of public defense. So actually on Wednesday, we are launching our annual virtual conference. And so you could go to our website and you could find out about our conference. I urge those of social workers who are listening, if this is an area you're interested in, which is defense-based social work, then please join us for our virtual conference. But again, that's publicdefenders.us, and please come and find out more about NAPD.
So I heard you're in the news this week.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Helen, thank you for reminding me. Helen, I have the privilege of, for the first time in history, of working with and collaborating with two other Black women of color, who lead the other national criminal legal defense organizations, the National Legal Aid and Defender Association, and the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. Both Lisa and April and I collaborate with our organizations because we serve the same people, we serve the same communities, and we uphold the same values. We found out this morning that a joint piece that we released on the anniversary of Gideon will be published this week in USA Today. So I will share that with you, Helen, so you can send it out. And what a proud moment for social work. I am the first and only social worker to lead a criminal defense organization in history. And so we're just proud of the work that we're doing. I'll share that with you, and you can share it with your members as well.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your service, Laurie, and for taking time to come on and talk with us. Laurie is our opening plenary speaker on the second day of our conference. We're back in person this year, yay. We're going to be on the boardwalk in Atlantic City at Resorts Hotel, so we can get a bit of sea air going as well. Our annual conference will be held April 30th through May 2nd. And you can register at naswnj.org. Hurry though, because we're expecting a sellout. Thank you so much, Laurie. See you
Thank you,
soon.
Helen. Congratulations on a great conference.
Thank you.